Thanks so much, everyone, for staying with us. So, President Bola Tinubu has arrived in the United Kingdom for a 2-day state visit alongside his wife, Oluremi Tinubu. The visit is aimed at deepening bilateral ties between Nigeria and the UK. The president's aides have been speaking about his itinerary and what the president's agenda will be in the United Kingdom and the engagements that he will be having. Of course, we understand and we see pictures of ministers, state governors that are now queued up as a Windsor hotel where they are waiting the president to arrive since the president arrived at the airport. But let's get some insight. We have our correspondent who is reporting and monitoring the situation live for us. Juliana is live for us in London to give us an update. Juliana, it's good to see you. Thank you so much for your work. Give us an understanding of what the next 2 days will be for President Bola Tinubu. And why do you think, why is it being reported that this is a historic visit?
Shaun, good evening. Good evening from not Windsor, the Nigeria High Commission in London, where, believe it or not, there has been a lot of action over the past couple of days, and in the subsequent days, there is going to be a lot of activity in here. You're showing those pictures to the audience. Yes, the president has touched down. These pictures are in Stansted Airport, so the geography of that is the east of London, the east of England, and I've been told that the president arrived to the Fairmont Hotel in Windsor about an hour ago. So it is all kicking off. So who we can see shaking hands with the president in that picture is the Deputy Lieutenant of Essex, Mark Bevan, and of course the acting Nigeria High Commissioner to the UK, Ambassador Mohammed Maidugu. And over the next 48 hours, it is going to be a symbolic affair. There is going to be a lot of pomp. There is going to be a lot of ceremony. Really is a renewing of ties. And I know we do say that a lot. There are a lot of, sound bites, a lot of buzzwords that we hear anytime the president travels abroad. But I've got to tell you, feeling and seeing the sentiment on the ground, this really is a monumental visit. I think if you look at Europe and if you look at Africa, the bridge between Europe and Africa is Nigeria and the UK. So a lot of Commonwealth countries, the West, including President Donald Trump, they are going to be watching what happens over the next 48 hours very, very closely. I don't think there is any way that we're upplaying the significance of this event. So yes, it's going to be extremely busy over the next couple of days.
Give us an idea, Juliana, what the Nigerians living in the UK and the communities who have interest in business and trade with Nigeria, what has been the feeler on the ground? The Nigerian government has been reacting to what is being some kind of tension and some agitation they perceive could happen ahead of the president's visit. What exactly, because sometimes we see Nigeria's president visit some other countries and you see protests in New York, in other parts of the world. What exactly is the feeling and the feelers that you are getting about President Bola Tinubu? How popular is his visit? What is the anticipation of Nigerians or the communities interested in the Nigerian business like?
I think in one word, I would say optimism. I think that is the most outstanding feeling at the moment. Like I said, I'm standing at the Nigeria High Commission. Of course, I'll be in Windsor reporting all day tomorrow. But community members have been coming in and coming out. People have been very united. I was just at an event that was being run by the central bank governor and the Nigerian Stock Exchange. We had investors from all over the world. Yesterday, I was at another Commonwealth Summit where we had significant investors, as well as what some would consider the engine of an economy, right? What's the engine? The small and medium-sized enterprises. What does that mean when we talk about Nigeria? That means people that are selling on WhatsApp, people that are selling in Peckham, or all of these small boroughs. They actually add up to a lot. And, you know, they've had the access. They're able to engage with investors who are keen just to tap into this energy, which is quite electric. When it now comes to security concerns, of course there are going to be security concerns. Why? Because we know that the diaspora, the Nigeria diaspora in Britain, is the largest diaspora in the world. So of course it is not possible to please everybody. There are certainly issues that Nigerians across the diaspora are seeing that are playing out in Nigeria, and they're not happy with it, and they want to vocalize that, of course. But I think we need to put this into context and not sensationalize things, because as we know, Shaun, there are major protests that take place in the UK throughout the year. Things like Stop the War. We're seeing the what's happening with Iran and Israel and America. You get tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people protesting. We're not going to see anything like that in London over the next couple of days.
Juliana, tighten your girdle, because you're going to need a lot of energy within the next couple of days in that visit, and shortly after that, it's going to be public holiday here in Nigeria. A lot of things are happening right here on the ground, but we'll be counting on you and some of our colleagues there, some of you who are covering for Channels Television. But thanks so much, Juliana. Let me allow you to go and probably get some reports filed in for the News at 10, where we get some robust reporting from you from London. Thank you so much, Juliana, for your reporting tonight on the program.